Well, I finished my opening. I wanted to go through. Just me again. I wanted to go through the racehorses with everybody. We did have a good finish to the week. Not everybody raced great this week, but we did have a much better finish to the week and a much better week than we had last week. We'll start with Brace for Landing. Obviously, the line looks okay, like 55 and a piece, 27 and 3 on the end of it. Looks good. We're gonna have to translate that into a better race tonight, which is possible because, you know, quite frankly, he's in a lot easier this week than he was last week. Collector, huge qualifier from him. I talked to Brett a little bit about that the other day, and he thought that there were just some minor changes made to him, and he was much better for it, which I was very happy to hear. Eager to watch him race this week. Kenobi, no real update yet. I know that Mark and Melissa were working on his foot. There was nothing found under X-ray. He came up a little sore left front last week. It's not without it's very reminiscent of a couple of horses we had. One of them ended up being nothing. The other one ended up being something. So you can never tell. You never want to see the horses make breaks at the gate and then, you know, end up being sore subsequently thereafter. But at the same token, nothing come up positive. There's no fractures or cracks found in Kenobi just yet, anyway. So we'll go with pus pocket until it's not a pus pocket. And for those of you out there saying, well, it never is. It generally, I would say more than half the time, it is exactly that. Spitfire Overseas, no pus pockets there, man. Just a crummy old 9-hole to work with last time out, so we gave him a week off. He'll be back in action, I believe, this week from Scioto. Tactical Mounds is racing tonight. 5-horse field. Bond was scratched. I don't know what happened there, but we'll take a free pass to the final of the Armborough Flight anytime it's offered to us. So she does get her free pass to the Armborough Flight as Bond is scratched tonight. She still has to go and race, though. But she's going to get in regardless. Tech Song Soprano, 7-hole, 8-hole. Very similar approaches from Scotty, much like baseball. They call it a two-strike approach. Just go easy and try and get a hit or try and get a check out of it. He did last week. He couldn't this week. But from the outside of Yonkers, there just isn't anything you can do. I'll begin to be very disappointed and creep towards very angry if he draws the outside for a 3rd week in a row. All gas, no brakes. Trained in, what did he say, 2-2 last half and 58 the other day. He is going to be qualifying Tuesday at Mohawk. All systems go with him again. Greatest ending, not. Now, I had to ponder this for quite a while. We had him shod, so let me give you the timeline. Very, very tricky horse, foot-wise. We had him shipped down to Southern Ohio for Eric Thomas to work on. Very experienced blacksmith. He shot him, but in transition there and back, he tied up. So he kind of closes that door, right? We qualified him free-legged, raced him at the Meadows. That first start, he was good. Then just a mixed bag after that. He tied up a little bit, raced flat. His GGT jumped. He bled. We had to put him back on Lasix. But just one thing after another, which seems to be the trend with this horse lately. Got him back to Ohio. He raced okay. Went to put him in again, and he was lame. Sound all week. Now, we had Nick Klagschulen, another great blacksmith, does a great job. So here's where it gets a little tricky. For those of you that are horsemen out there, you may have claimed a horse and looked down and said to his feet, oh, we can help this horse just on his shoeing. You go to shoe him and he's just not the same, right? Maybe he's used to being shot a certain way, and that is his normal. So I guess it would be your old tennis shoes are the ones that you find the most comfortable, right? You're always looking for the same level of comfort, but those are broke in. Those are your shoes. And then when you have to wear a different pair of shoes, even though maybe the doctor says these are the right pair of shoes for you, maybe not as comfortable. You don't find them as comfortable. And that's the same situation we have with Greatest Ending. And it was confirmed today. We blocked his foot out and he's sound as a dollar. He's nothing broken. There's no lines there. But we have a very bad-footed horse. Nick shot him properly. But because there may have been some deformities in his hoof wall or his foot itself that were allowed over the last 6 or 7 weeks, he became comfortable with that. When he took all them away, you actually change the makeup of his foot, right? How did I put it today when I was talking to Jason? We've destabilized his comfort in his foot. And you might listen to that and say, oh my God, like, come on, is that what you're coming? That's the truth. I would bet any one of these fingers on it. So is there a pus pocket and or a foot separation coming? Or is this just his foot growing back into shape? Is it just going to take a couple of weeks? I don't know. And he won't tell me. But we are on it. We know what is going on with him, and we will continue to address it over the next little. The good news is he did block out sound today, which is good. Which means it's fixable. So the saga continues with Greatest Ending. He's not the only tricky thing going on. Whether you look at our brood mares, the breeding side of it, our babies training down, there's always these nuances, these subtleties that cause trouble along the way. And this horse definitely is a troublemaker for sure. It's not his fault. JK Victory, 3 poor starts and then bounced back last night. I'm very happy to see Kyle Wolfong put him on the front, raced him conservatively but confidently, and then drove away and was a winner at the wire. Looks like money. I was very disappointed, and I know Harry is disappointed too, but I told him, I said, if they continue to jerk us around with Yo Mister, he is leaving the country of Canada. I can guarantee you that, because they could have let Looks Like Money in that class, given Yo Mister the week off. The horse gets beat in the 18,000 class, and you jump him into what is presumably the Open this week in Ontario. I'm not okay with that. Looks Like Money was 5th in the free-for-all last week. In fact, I don't know if he's won a race yet since he came back, and you couldn't find a way to get him into that class, so you just took the horse that absolutely does not belong in there. That's not going to sit well with me. And as I said to Harry, if they continue to screw around with this horse, he will be leaving, 100% leaving Ontario, I guarantee you. I don't know whether he's going to Minnesota. He's not going to Scioto. We have one there in the Open. He could bounce around the backup classes, but we have horses situated, and I don't want them tripping all over one another. We have no one right now in Minnesota. And if they do that one more time with Yo Mister, I can assure you he is going to Minnesota. That's front and center right now is where it looks like he might be headed. Very, very disappointed with them putting him in that class this week. Renegade Gypsy, yeah, he's in a funk right now. I told you guys I was worried this would happen. The allergy season comes, I see my wife struggling to no end with allergies, so I get it. I feel for the horse as much as I feel for her. It's just something we're going to try and work our way through. I believe with Renegade Gypsy's in a good spot tonight. Let's see if he can strike. Serious Dragon, 2nd the other night, raced good. You know, they said, I heard the announcer say he sat at McDonald halfway down. He's a Racing Hill. I'm sure he's going to sit on him. They do that from time to time. You know, the horse raced as good as he could. We'll see how he bounces back next week, but finishing 2nd in 51 or 52 is nothing to sneeze at. I thought the line looked good too. 3-Point Blue Chip made his way back home, just like the Littlest Hobo. Wait, now, was the Littlest Hobo the one that always came home? I think so. 3-Point Blue Chip made his way home and raced great the other night. You know, you just can't. I was in a spot I had to move him, but I just couldn't. I left him in and was ready to reap the consequences. And we ended up finding an exit quickly halfway down the backstretch, which ended up being not the exit we wanted. But we get out and he raced good, finished up well and won the race. Very happy with him. Yo Mister, I just talked about Yo Mister. I don't have to expand on that any more than I just did. Disappointed. I don't want to see it repeated. We'll see how that plays out. No Free Lunch has been racing great. Very happy to see him racing good. Eager to see him race his next start. Oakwood Cowboy. Very happy with Oakwood Cowboy the other day. Yes, it was an 8-claimer. Yes, we paid 10 times that for him. Virtually, not virtually. 10 times that for him. Maybe 11 times. But it's a win. That's what it is right now. That's all that matters. Stay Close, another winner. Geez, the bottom of the order did pretty good here. Oakwood Cowboy, a winner. Stay Close, a winner. Just such a nice horse. He raced good again yesterday. Kings County, a winner today. Talk about class again on the bottom of this order, man. 2 real dandies there. Delicious Stone should be ready to go soon, I would hope. And Patrick the Piranha, yeah, he was 5th, but beat, what, 3/4 of a length in 50 and 4 off 6 weeks? Pretty impressive mile from Patrick the Piranha. He's ready to go also, clearly. So those are your racehorses. I still get the 3-year-olds and the 2-year-olds to talk about, and I'm going to continue to talk until we're done. But for now, your racehorses and your opening all done. I'm going to get to the 3-year-olds, get to the 2-year-olds here, and get everybody caught up. I'm almost to Northfield Park. We're racing at Fancy Like and Born to Dance tonight. Good luck to Tactical Mounts and all my partners with all those horses. Good luck.